Hello friends, welcome to my lecture on discrete mathematical structure. This is a introductory lecture about this lecture series of discrete mathematical structure. So I welcome you all to my lecture series of discrete mathematical structure. Moving ahead, let us discuss about what is mathematical logic. So basically, why do you study logic is we want to provide the rules by which we can determine whether a given statement is valid or not. We want to provide a way of proving the statements. We want to provide the ways of how does the statements are proved. In mathematical logic, there are some languages. They are all called as a object language, symbolic logic. So here some symbolic logic is discussed, and since this is my initial first lecture, so these are the points that I am going to cover in my due course of mathematical logic. And we are going to deal with two-valued logic and single-valued logic. Moving ahead, discussing about what are statements and notations. So in terms of mathematical logic, a statement can be any declarative sentence, or it can be a mathematical expression to which it is possible to assign one and only one value of the two possible values, that is either true or false. So any statement, so in English there can be many type, anything can be a statement, but in mathematical logic a statement is a sentence. It can be a sentence or it can be a mathematical expression whose truth value is either true or false. For example, India is a country. This is one statement. Okay, this is a statement in English as well as in mathematical logic term. 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. This is also a statement because this is false. Okay, India is a country. This is true. The truth value of India is a country is true. Okay, whereas the truth value of 2 plus 2 is equal to 5 is false. So if you consider this particular statement, at that time I can say that whatever this statement is there, so this statement is the truth value of this particular test statement is I will say it is a true, whereas the truth value of this statement is false. So whatever the statements are there, they should have the truth values. So this is true. India is a country. Yes, India is a country. And 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. This statement is wrong. Sydney is capital of India. So Sydney is actually not capital of India, but this statement is false. So this is a statement. These three are the examples of the valid statements. Okay, I will say that they are prepositions. Okay, or statements. Moving ahead, next is about the statements and notation. So notation is a statement is denoted by English capital letter. So in this is called as a notation, and this is called as a statement. Okay, this whole complete is called as a proposition. Okay, proposition consists of two parts. One is called as a notation followed by a statement. So this is about the mathematical logic. In terms of mathematical logic, what is a proposition is? This is a proposition. Q is equal to 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So here we can see that Q is a notation and this is a statement. This whole is a proposition. Okay. So about the statements, any English statement, or it can be a mathematical expression which has a truth value, which can be assigned a truth value either true or false, is going to be a statement. Okay, and notation, every statement in mathematical logic is you can say disclosed, or it can be represented by using a capital letter, generally sometimes capital letter or small letter. Moving ahead, let us try to discuss about these 7 examples. So Moscow is the capital of India. We can say that this is a statement. Okay, so So this is a statement, and its truth value, its truth value is true. No, its truth value is false. Okay. Then 1 plus 110 is equal to 101 is equal to 110. Now here, what you can see is in terms of decimal number system. So in terms of decimal number system, so if I ask this one to the second standard student or a fourth standard student, he will say that this is wrong. So yes, in my terms, this is a statement now. The third one, close the door. Now it does not have any truth value. I cannot say it. Close the door is either true or it is false. So it is neither true nor false. So such type of statement which cannot have the truth values, they are not the statement. So I will say that this one, close the door, is not a statement. A is greater than B. Since we cannot, we don't know the value of A and B, so I cannot say it is true or false. Again, this is not a statement. P plus Q is equal to 40. This is not a statement. This statement is false is also not a statement, because these three terms or these three sentences do not have any truth values. So I cannot say it is true or not, because I don't know value of A. I don't know the value of P and Q. So and this statement is false. So I don't know what is this statement means. Okay. Statement number 2 is true. Now here this is this statement can be you can say sometimes you can say at the second number statement. So second number statement is 1 plus 101 is equal to 110. This is false actually. So this statement will be false. So this is a statement again. But if it happens that there is no sentence given here and just this one is given, like one is statement true is false. Statement number 2 is false. If something like is given and there is no other statement given, then this is not a proposition, or you can say this is not a statement. This is not a statement, or I can say that this is not a proposition. Proposition is the same statement. If I write in this way, let us say I write it like P colon. So P colon Moscow is capital of Spain. This is a, you can say a proper proposition. Moving ahead, let us discuss about type of statements. So there are two types of statements. Basically they are atomic statement and the compound statement. An atomic statement, what is an atomic statement? So a statement which does not use any connective, which do not have any connective, is called as an atomic statement. For example, this is a atomic statement. And another one is compound statement or molecular statement, and we say that whenever two or more than two sentences are combined together by using some connectives. For example, here a statement is formed with one or more statements. So okay, so here for example, let us say this example, India is country and Mumbai is the city. So there are two statements here. This is India is country and this is Mumbai is a city, and I am saying that India is a country and Mumbai is a city. I am connecting these two atomic statements. By using a connector, and this and is called a connector. Similarly, we can have a connector or. Similarly, we can have a connectors like if then. So if first statement then second statement, or we can have first statement if and only if second statement. So anything like. So again, molecular statement can be found by using connecting more than two sentences, two or more than two sentences. Always it is possible. Okay. Next one is let us move ahead to the next one. So next one is the different type of connectives. So the connectives, there are 5 types of connectives that we are going to discuss about. One is called as unary connective, and remaining 4 are binary connective. Okay, unary means it operates on only one operand, and others are operating on two operands, two or more than two operands. Okay, so generally 2 operands at a time. Others are conjunction, disjunction, conditional and biconditional. These are the 4 connectives that we are going to discuss about in this particular lecture. So let us go one by one. The first connective is the negation connective. So what is the negation? So if P is any statement, then not P indicates its negation. Okay, not P indicates its negation means if P statement is true, then not P is going to be false. So I want to rewrite the sentence in such a way that this statement should be false. For example, here the example is given. Let us say Rama is rich is P. If P is a statement Rama is rich, then not P will be Rama is not rich. Okay, or not P can be written in this way also. So not P is Rama is poor, let us say. Or it can be not P can be it is not the case. It is not the case that Rama is rich. So it can be represented in any way. So it's up to you. You can rewrite it. It is a, as I told, it is a unary connective, and if P is true, then not P is false, and vice versa. So the truth table of this one is given here. So this is unary. So this is applied on only one operator. Hence it is called as unary operator. Okay, unary connective. So whenever T is true, not P is false. Whenever P is false, not P is true. So this is about the negation. How to use negation? I told you in the previous slide. Let us rewrite this one. So let us consider an example. Rajat is happy. Okay, this can be rewritten in the not of this can be rewritten in different ways. Okay, using the word just a not. So it is not happy. So Rajat is not happy. This is one way. Using the opposite word. So if happy is the word, then you can use its opposite word, and opposite word of happy is unhappy. So Rajat is unhappy. Even you can write it in a false way, that Rajat is happy. So you can say that it is false that Rajat is happy. Or otherwise you can say that it is not the case that Rajat is happy. Okay, that's the same example I gave you in the last slide. Moving ahead. So these are the different ways to make use of negation. Let us go ahead, go to the next connective, and that is called as conjunction. So what is a conjunction? Conjunction is a binary connective, and what we are going to do over here is we want to connect two statements. Now previous one is over only one statement P, and over that we are doing not P. So whatever the single statement is given, over that we are applying the operation. Now here it is binary. So if P and Q are the two statements, then we can do P conjunction Q. So this is conjunction. Okay, and what is P conjunction Q? P conjunction Q is read as P and Q. So conjunction, the term conjunction or and, these two words are used interchangeably. So if P and Q both are true, then P and Q is true, otherwise it is false. So it is just like a AND gate. If anybody has studied about gates in electronics, so or if you are a programmer, at that time you are using a logic AND, so double ampersand. So whenever both the statements are true, the output is going to be true, otherwise it is false. So whenever here it is the case of two variables. If you would have taken three variables P, Q and R, then output of this P and Q and R will be true whenever all the inputs are true. Whenever all the inputs are true, it is going to be, output is going to be true. If any one of this, if at least any one of this is false, it is going to be false. So all remaining 7 possibilities. So there will be 8 possibilities in this case. As in this case there are 4 possibilities P and Q. I can take two values. So here there are 8 possibilities. So only one is going to give you the truth value true. For all others, whenever any one of the input is false, here this is false, here this is false, here both are false, so the output is always false. So this is about the connective. Let us discuss one or two example. So let us say if Ram is happy, and if let us say P is given, P, now this is a proposition, this whole is a proposition, this is proposition, let us say P1, and this is proposition P2. Now P is given as Ram is happy and Q is given as Ram is rich. Then P and Q is Ram is happy and rich. Even you can write it in this way: Ram is happy and Ram is rich. So this and is A and D and. Okay, and Ram is rich. And writing it in the reverse order, Q and P. So Ram is rich and happy, or it can be Ram is rich and happy. Now by seeing this statement, what we can say is P and Q is equal to Q and P. Okay, even you can check it at the truth table. So in this truth table, so if I construct another column for Q and P, what we can say is Q and P, both the input are true, output is true. Any one input is false, output is false. So you can compare these two these two columns: true, true, false, 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 false. Wherever P and Q is true, there Q and P is also true. Wherever P and Q is false, there Q and P is also false. So this, I can say that this operation is commutative. Similarly, this is another example. So it's raining today, and 2 plus 2 is equal to 9. Then y and z is, it is raining today and 2 plus 2 is equal to 9, and writing it in the reverse order, both of them are again equivalent to each other. Moving ahead, the third, how to use the AND. So AND can be used in three ways. The first one is AND as and then. So Kiran opened the book and started to read. So it is like, it is at that particular position at that particular time. So he opened the book and started reading. Otherwise, the statement could be like, P could be like Kiran opened the book, and Q would have Kiran started reading. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that it is as and then. Okay, then next is and, to connect the nouns. If there are two nouns, so Sachin and Sehwag is the best opening pair. This is another connector, very good connector, and is used as a connector between two nouns now. Actually, P statement can be Sachin is good opener. Sachin is good opener, best opener, and Sehwag is best opener. So connecting that two will become Sachin and Sehwag are the best opening pair. So in that way also it can be used. So Sehwag is good opener. So in that case you can use it properly. Okay. And as a conjunction, I am happy and I am rich. And even you can rewrite this as I am happy and rich. So this is about conjunction. Moving ahead, about the word disjunction. So disjunction is, you can say the term disjunction is represented by this term. This is OR. Okay, this is read as OR. Disjunction is read as OR. Again, this is a binary connective. If P and Q are the two statements, then their disjunction is denoted by P or Q. And if P and Q both are about the truth value of this, if all the inputs to the disjunction are false, the output is false. Okay, otherwise it is true. In previous case, in conjunction, if all the inputs are true, output is true, otherwise false. Now here it is in disjunction. It is if all the inputs are false, our output is going to be false, otherwise true. Okay, so I cannot say it is a reverse of the previous one, but the definition is reverse of the previous. It is somewhat related, but instead of trues over there, we are considering false over here. Okay, while giving the definition. Moving ahead, so this is about disjunction. Truth table of the disjunction. Moving ahead, some of the examples. The same example I am considering now. So Ram is happy and Ram is rich. Then P or Q is Ram is happy or rich, and Q or P is Ram is rich or happy. Again, this statement. So this operation is commutative. It is commutative. Okay, this OR operation is commutative. Okay, over you can say binary operations. Okay, then similarly this is another example. It's raining today, and the 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and these are the examples. So Y or Z is it's raining today, or 2 plus 2 is equal to 9, and saying this in the reverse order is not going to make any difference. Okay, so in my last video, again last slide, again you can construct we can construct a another column here, and you can find out the value of Q or P on your own. Okay, and you can say that whether it is commutative or not. Moving ahead, so how to use OR is inclusive OR. You can say there is something wrong with the bulb or wire, so there can be something wrong with bulb or the wire or both. It can happen. So you want to use it inclusively. Exclusively is you want to write it in the both the direction. So I shall watch the game on TV or play a game on the ground. So again it is or. So either you want to do this or this. But fortunately, if you can do both these two, then also you are ready. Okay. Then or to indicate approximation number. So approximation number can also be shown here. For example, 40 to 50 students passed in the examination. Or for example, there are 40 to 50 animals who are killed in the fire. Okay, so this is how or is used. Moving ahead, the conditional. So in the conditional, it is a different type of connector. Till now we have read about not and, that is conjunction and disjunction. Okay, now conditional is somewhat different. Now here in conditional, what happens is the whole statement P implies Q is a particular statement where P is a hypothesis, and based on this hypothesis, now this P implies Q, hypothesis and conclusion. Q is conclusion. So this one is used to prove many of the theorems. Already it has been used. So whenever this particular P is a hypothesis, based on this hypothesis I can give a conclusion. Okay, so again this is a binary connective, and if P is having the truth value true and Q is having the truth value false, then P implies Q is false, otherwise true. So this is the definition of this. I will define it in a different way. I will say that whenever for P implies Q, whenever P is true, P implies Q is Q. You can see here, whenever P is true, P implies Q is Q. So that is, if Q is true, output is true. If Q is false, output is false. So whenever P is true, output is Q. And whenever P is false, irrespective of the output is always true. Okay, this is the definition of conditional statement. Or otherwise you can define in this way. You need not remember this. So whenever, I will say that whenever hypothesis is true, outcome is conclusion. Outcome is conclusion. But whenever hypothesis is wrong, whenever hypothesis is false, at that time outcome is always true. Because whatever the conclusion that if our hypothesis, if our assumption is false, we cannot put our words onto the conclusion. It is always true. Okay, so this is about conditional. So some of the examples of conditional statements are I completed my work and I will attend the class. So the answer is to P implies Q. If I complete my work, then I will attend the class. Or Dhoni remains not out. This is a hypothesis, let us say, and this is the conclusion. India will win the match. So I hope you can understand the example now. This is a hypothesis. If this happens, this is going to happen. Okay. If this is not, if this does not happen, then we cannot say anything. So by default, it will become true. So if Dhoni remains not out, then India will win the match. The third one is there is a flood and the crop will be destroyed. So if there is a flood, the crop will be destroyed. Or see here in this way, this is some in other way used. So if there is a flood, the crop will be destroyed. So this statement is written in some other way. The crop will be destroyed if there is a flood. So this is just like if then. Here it is if then. Here it is if then. But here it is initial statement and then if. So A is came here and B is came here. So but even though it is A implies B. Okay, moving ahead, the biconditional statement. Again, this biconditional statement is a binary statement and it is represented as P double implication Q, whereas the conditional statement is represented as P implies Q. So this is I'll read this statement as implies, whereas this is double implication. Okay, this is a binary connective. Now about the statement, it is P double implies Q. Okay, if all the input values are equal, the output is true, otherwise false. Okay, if all the input values, so if P is true, Q is true, output is true. Or if P is false, if Q is false, answer is again true. So I am saying that if all the input values to the biconditional statement. If they are equal, there are since this is a binary operation, there are only two possibilities. So if all the values are equal, then the output is always true, even if it is true or false. Even if the inputs are either true or false, if they are equal, at the time output is true. Otherwise, output is false. You can see here, true is true, false is also true. So all the inputs are equal here. P is F, which is equal to QF. Okay, and similarly the same thing is happening here. Here they are not equal, hence they are false. So these are the examples. So I complete my homework, I will attend the class. I will attend the class if and only if I complete my homework. See here, I have written it as Q implies P, but Q if and only if P. But P if and only if Q will be, I will attend the class. Sorry, I complete my homework if and only if I attend the class. Similarly, Dhoni remains not out. So M, if and only if L is India will win the match if and only if Dhoni remains not out. If you write it as L, if and only if M, then it will be Dhoni remains not out if and only if India will win the match. Something like that. Okay. So it is very interesting. So if there is a flood, the crop will be destroyed. So here there is some mistake. I have considered the implication, but if here it is double implication, in that case it would be there is a flood if and only if. So I am writing it in short. The crop will be destroyed. Something like this. Okay. Or if it is B if and only if A, in that case the crop will be destroyed if and only if there is a flood. Something like that. Okay. Moving ahead, you have to solve these examples. So consider an example of P. P is equal to let us say you attend the class, and Q is equal to understand the subject. So P is this, P is given and Q is given. So what will be, you will not understand subject if you miss the class. Okay, so you will not understand the subject, so it is not Q. Okay, and if is here, so it is implication is used. So if you miss the class, it is again not P, so it will be not P implies not Q, the first one. Similarly, I want you can take the next examples and you can solve them. Okay, so thank you for attending this class. Okay, best of luck, and we'll meet in my next lecture, wherein we'll try to construct some truth tables for different equations. Thank you. I want you to solve the remaining 2, 3 and 4 questions. If possible, I will solve them in my next video lecture. Thank you.